This next play is called the Steve Smith. Now, Steve Smith was in the league probably 10 to 15 years. I know he was probably a several-time All-Star. And he had one patented move that everybody remembers. If you remember anything about Steve Smith, you'd probably say this one move, okay? And if you look at it, it may look like a simple move, but he kind of made a living off it. He made a career out of it, okay? And what's key is the footwork. And again, we're talking about the eye work, which is not often taught, okay? If I'm coming down on Gannon right here, right, and I want to use a Steve Smith, I got my shoulder to him, right? Coming up on the hoop, okay? This is what's profound, though. The footwork here, I actually leave the ball while it's down, while it's going mid-dribble. I turn and I look this way, okay? So it looks as if I'm going to dribble back out this way. But what I end up doing is I come up, I leave it, and then I'm right back to it here, okay? So the footwork without the ball and everything, you'd come here, we're looking, and then we're gone, okay? So that's the footwork. Let's take a look at it.
When I get here, I like to do the Steve Smith by coming with that right hand. That's not wrong.
Right, right. There's several ways to do this. Yeah.
I like coming here and hitting that thing like Jordan used to do. But either way, all it is a misdirection. You're coming here, looking.
This next move is the same exact footwork as the Steve Smith move, except I added my own flair to it. Like Gannon said earlier, you got to own your move. You got to put your own spin on it. You know what I mean? You can't always be a robot. You can't always be a puppet, man. You got to own your move and do it enthusiastically. So being that I play street ball and I like to entertain folks, I put a little more flair on this. But I've seen guys do this in a real game, and this is super effective. Whenever I've done this move and got it successfully, the guy's been 2 steps behind me, okay? This is called the baseline behind the back, okay? Works best going towards the baseline. You could do it anywhere, but I like it going towards the baseline because it gives off an effect. If I'm driving towards the baseline on Gannon, and I get to a point where you say, hey, I'm not really going towards the cup, I'm kind of going towards the baseline, it looks like I need to reset the offense. Similar to the Steve Smith, right? You would leave it here and go back out, all right? Same footwork, except now we look like we're going back out. We go a quick behind the back, and then we come over here this way for the easy finish. And he should be behind you if you do it right, okay? It's all about selling it, though. Coming to the baseline. I usually come to the wing. Sometimes in street ball we get clear outs. So I'm here, quick, to the bucket. So for this next drill, we got 2 chairs out here, and we're also using the baseline as a decoy, okay? We're working on a combination of both moves I just showed you. Because the Steve Smith is the same exact footwork as the baseline behind the back, we're gonna utilize both in the same drill, okay? I'm coming up to this defender first. Coming to the first defender, I hit him with the Steve Smith. Second defender, Steve Smith. I come here for a count. I go towards the baseline, low and quick, and finishing, okay? See what it looks like full speed. Nice. Nice. Count. Low and quick. Good. Good. Coming. Low and quick. Here for a count. Right. And speed. Good. Good. Low and quick. Boom. This next move is called the 2 count. Now, I believe that Pistol Pete Maravich has done this move. I believe that Steve Nash has done this move before. I know certainly I did it growing up. And I love this move because it's so deceiving and kind of different, all right? When I come up to the defender, you cross over at the same time as you step, okay? So if I got the ball in my left hand, right? I'm coming up. As soon as I cross over, I'm actually stepping at the same time. So it's here, 1, 2, okay? That's why it's called the 2 count. Come up to Gannon, here, stepping. And I'm going at the same time. All right, let's take a look at it.
So, G, I love that move, man.
Okay, appreciate it.
I've never seen that before. Why do we step this way and the ball is there?
Good question. Think of it as you're faking the defender like you're going straight to the rack, but you're actually crossing over while they think you're going straight to rack because all your momentum is directed that way.
So if they're reading,
yes,
they're going to go for your feet.
If I come towards you, start with it in this hand.
Got it.
I'm exploding to the basket. I'm actually setting up my momentum to go right, but it looks like I'm going left.
Right.
So it's like a motion.
Right.
And it's so confusing because it's like you've already crossed over,
It is.
but you did your move. So it's like you haven't beat. Like when I do this, they are behind me.
It is confusing.
They're not staying with it. So it's confusing, it's unorthodox, and that's the beauty of it, okay?
You know why it's confusing? Because when I'm guarding you, I see all your momentum and body weight shift left. By the time I figure out the ball ain't with you, it's too late.
Yes.
Because he's foot savvy and he's ball quick. So to make this move effective, you got to be foot savvy, but you got to be ball quick. You got to practice it.
Absolutely. That's what brings us to this next move. This right here is called the Professor 3 count because I've taken what I've known before and I've added to it, okay? Instead of a 2 count, 3 counts now. I come up to the defender, right? I give that same fake like I'm going left. Boom, the ball's here, right? That's 1. This is all 1 count. So 1, now I fake like I'm going here, right? He's cut off my move. Like we said before, his sternum is aligned directly with mine. I have to roll with my 3rd counter. Professor 3 count. So 1, 2, crossing over, and now I'm headed to the rack, okay? 3 counts. Let's take a look at it, game speed. A lot of times this move is very effective when you're running at your defender, okay? A lot of times you need a move when you're coming down full speed, one-on-one. You gotta have a move in those situations. This is perfect.
This is an unbelievable move. I really like it. Let me make it a little more clear. And the first move is step and go. Well, G's second move is step, go, and then just a counter with the cross. Make sure you get your footwork, but all this is a counter. All right, he's there. We just cross over with the same move we just showed you.
This next drill right here really utilizes the first move, the 2 count, and then the second move, which is Professor 3 count, okay? So we're coming up to the cone. We hit him with that first 2 count. So we hit him with the 1, 2, but we might get cut off, but we might not. So if he does step, I got to cross. But hey, if he's not there, all right, excuse me, I'm going to the rack, all right? You got to make the call, okay?
Active defender drill, active defender.
Active defender drill, okay? This next move right here is very original, okay? It's a step back. But here's the thing. Every time I've seen the step back taught, they didn't quite teach it how elite players in the NCAA do it. They didn't quite teach it how NBA All-Stars do it, okay? It's pretty profound if you really take a deeper look into it, okay? When I was growing up and they taught me the step back, they would teach me to come to the spot, act like I'm going one way, and then step back and shoot, right? Step back, which will work, but it's not wrong. It will work, but if you want to do it at an elite level, and a lot of guys, aren't over 6 foot. We don't have that athletic gift, okay? You got to really take a leap back. You got to go heavy. Last year in the NCAA Final Four, Kemba Walker was up here at the top of the key, okay? I believe he crossed over the big man. Somehow he was guarded against some dude that was like 6'10" or 7 foot, okay? But what he did was he set him up. You'd think he'd go to the basket because he had a slow guy on him, right? But what he did was he came to the middle, he planted with his foot, and he literally jumped all the way back to the three-point line, okay? He literally was here and jumped all the way back to the three-point line directly into his shooting stance and hit the three at the buzzer, okay? But what I want to focus on is that jump, okay? And it looks a little funny because we're not used to that, but it's necessary. Boom.